So, no background once again. I'm still trying to figure out how to use the green screen properly with this camera because lighting is a big problem with the green screen. But we are back with the CEW podcast, and yeah, I'm recording this on the 4th of October, and this will probably come out a little bit later, probably a week or so after this. I just like to do these whenever I have time, you know, because there's no better time to ramble than when you're thinking about it. So, let's talk about things. So, life updates, I'm still quite busy. I have kind of refound my groove when it comes to making content, so that's why you're seeing a lot more videos. Obviously, we had the Bad Blood video, we had the 2K video, the Gambit match. I've obviously got to work on something for next week. In fact, actually, whilst I'm here, for those of you in the Discord that maybe don't even know, yeah, my name on Discord is Badgerman Bill. But yeah, basically what I just wrote on here is just like my full thoughts. Yeah, these are just like my pure thoughts when it comes to making content at the moment. Let me just see if I can read this. Here's a small little announcement type thing, just because, yeah, I've been a bit apprehensive when it comes to content recently, and it's sort of been weighing me down. That is very, very true. I have ideas for content, but I'll be mid-recording, and it just doesn't click, or I can't get everything done in time, or I just don't fill the video. Once again, very, very true. I'm sure a lot of creators are, like, probably, you know, experiencing that same thing, where, like, you'll be recording a video, or you'll come up with a video idea, and it just doesn't click. You're just not vibing with it, and sometimes you've got to bite the bullet and do it. I feel like that mindset has changed a bit, because the way I'm thinking about it now, it's not only are the videos me giving my opinions on something I'm passionate about, which, you know, shout outs to the people that watched, you know, at the end of the day, you are watching me be passionate about wrestling and, you know, everything revolving around wrestling. But also, that video could get me closer to 4,000 watch hours, which is my main goal when it comes to the channel. Full transparency there for you all. I have not shied away from the fact that I need this channel. Well, I don't need to. I want this channel to start making money. I really, really do. Because I put quite a lot of time into this, and I need to start getting some sort of gain from it, and I'm thinking ads are probably the best way, because then I don't need to ask you guys, the community, for money. I just need to ask for your time at the beginning and maybe midway through the videos and the end for adverts. I'm going to try and keep ads to an absolute minimum. I don't know how much YouTube expects me to add. Obviously, for the longer videos, they're probably going to want me to include more ads. I will do my damnedest to make sure that the ads are as small as humanly possible, so that way I'm still making revenue, but I'm not, like, taking the piss, you know, like, that's just kind of the thing, right? I've written down some video ideas, I've thought about future ideas, and I feel better about my overall approach to things. Please, for the love of God, people, if you have a problem, or if you need to visualize something, just write it down, okay? I can't tell you how much just writing down a list of video ideas absolutely helped me when it came to the content creation process and just sort of like my mindset. Obviously, I'm not going to leak all of the video ideas I have, because, you know, I don't, well, one, I don't want people stealing them, and two, you know, it kind of spoils things for certain, you know, certain aspects. Let me see if I can find the list. Yeah, there's quite a few when it comes to live streams that I want to do, and that is just the one thing I can't do at the moment. I think I touch upon it in the thing, but just write down your ideas, man, or just write down anything. If you can visualize a problem or a solution written down, like, it helps so much, man. Just get yourself a notebook, just start writing things down. Write down the problem, write down the solution, or whatever you think, you know. What was it a friend of mine told me? It was like, write down the problem, and then, yeah, big or small, and just think about, okay, it affects me now, but how do we move from it? And that's been my thing with content, right? It's like, okay, I'm struggling to come up with ideas. How do we move on with this? Well, I have so many cool ideas, and I forget to write them down, and I forget to do them. So, it is very much about just visualizing it and just making sure you keep a note of things. I'm hoping to get more content out to you all, and as long as there isn't a busy week, I want to aim for a specific formula. At least one core video, CEW, EPW, All Day Madness, etc., and one wrestling think piece video a week. I want this to be a thing, and I need people to hold me accountable if I'm not doing it. Now, there could just be a really dry week in wrestling. Cool, we'll just do old stuff, right? There's a series that I'm coming up with which will be evergreen content, because it's going to be scripted, it's going to be well thought out, it's going to take a while, and they are going to be my aces in the hole if wrestling is just in a bit of a down period. So most likely you'll see most of that coming in December, when we don't have a WWE pay-per-view and when AEW is gearing up for World's End, because yeah, World's End is pretty good, but you know, that December run is going to be awful, and I think just being able to have some content in the can so I can just spend some, you know, time just to myself when it comes to Christmas would be fantastic. But what else? What else did I write down there? As far as live streams go, I hope everyone knows I really want to get back into streaming somewhat regularly, but my life has been and seemingly continues to be quite busy. I basically have big events and commitments lined up every month until December. That is very, very true. I've literally, I've been doing some stuff, I've been helping out some IRL friends. Next month I have graduation, and I'm going to another EWW event, which there will be a video on that. Do not worry, I will work on that. I'm gonna try and get that out way quicker than I usually have, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. If my throat doesn't die the day after, then we'll try and work on that as soon as humanly possible. But I'm just really busy. I'm like really booked up at the moment, but we will see. I know a lot of people are live stream peeps, and I appreciate you all for bearing with me whilst I try and figure out the balance for now, but I really want to do streams that I can eventually turn into edited down videos, such as the Pat McAfee DLC stream. So there's a lot of reworking and planning that I plan to do whilst I can't regularly stream. Might have figured out a way to turn the core reviews into content, but we'll see. I do have an idea for that. However, the big problem is that I already now know the one person I did a core review for is a weirdo, and they're out of the community, and that's just as simple as, right? I don't want to deal with it. We're not even going to talk about it too much, but yeah, just one person, you guys know who it is if you're in the Discord, they're a weirdo, they're out. So I hope that a lot of people who have applied and have done the core review, I hope you're all good people. Most of you I know somewhat, right? Like, most of you have been in the community for a little bit, you seem pretty chill. You know, some people have come in and have been a little bit weird, but you know, it is what it is. When I say weirdo, I don't mean, oh, you're a little bit kooky. No, I mean some interesting stuff that once again I will not get into in this podcast. There should be some content coming next week. I plan to get Berg and Grimes versus the Gambit commentated tomorrow, so that can be dropped whenever. And with Bad Blood being next week, I think there should be something on that too. Running out of characters, so I hope you all had a good week, and thank you as always for your patience. And then I then announced something for EPW, but let me just kind of scroll up a little bit there. So basically, I was just saying that once the next episode of Wednesday Night Warzone drops, I will be closing the EPW applications. As said there, I think I've gotten a good number of applications, and I'm literally on the EPW account right now. I've been working diligently to make sure that that is finalized, because yeah, I think I've gotten enough applications in terms of like yeses that I don't need anybody else at this moment. But I do just want to give a little pointer, you know, to the people who have applied that might not get in, okay? Obviously, I'm not going to say who. Once again, we'll start announcing that around about Chaos Reigns and beyond. So if you're not announced for Chaos Reigns, do not worry, you might still be on the roster. Yeah, there's a bit of a process that we got to work through there. If you do not get into the EPW roster, do not worry, you might still be on the network at some point. Obviously, I have all of your information, and if I think you're a good character, but maybe not one that either I can book consistently well, or one that I don't think will fit into EPW long term, then I will add you to Open Challenge Night. So don't worry, if you're not on the EPW roster, there is still a chance to obviously be on the network, at least once, right? Because, you know, I don't want anyone thinking that I have like a vendetta against them, or that their core isn't good. I just want you to know that a lot of my decisions were built around, do I think I can book your core in a way that's interesting, and in a way that, with what you've given me, that I can do without a lot of input. Because like I said, EPW is very much a me-led thing, right? It's like, you guys give me your cores, and then I just kind of run with them. This is the first time I've opened the floodgates for EPW, and I want to do this in a very kind of controlled way, because, you know, I opened the floodgates for Open Challenge Night, and yeah, that has really rocked me. I will keep it a stack with you, okay? Finding out that somebody that I was like, that's cool, let's add them to it, turned out to be doing some not so savory activities, has definitely built the wall up a little bit when it comes to letting people into EPW and also Open Challenge Night, etc. So yeah, don't be a stranger is all I'll say. You know, make sure that you're around, make sure that you're liking, whether I say liking stuff, make sure, you know, you're commenting on videos and whatnot. So, you know, don't be a stranger. And, you know, for anybody who's going to be on the roster, if you're not happy with how you're being used, do just shoot me a message, alright? We can try and work something out. I would like to kind of take the reins myself, but if you're really, really unhappy with how things are playing out, just drop me a message. Just let me know, and I guarantee you we can come up with something, alright? It might take a little bit of time, but I understand that core is a thing where a lot of people like the control aspect. So I completely understand that. We have rambled for about 15 minutes on things, but I think this is good, right? Because this is me not just writing things down, but also verbalizing a lot of my thoughts recently, which is, you know, EPW is going to be great. I really do think that this new era is going to absolutely slap, and I thank each and every one of you for applying. It means the absolute world. And like I said, if you didn't get into EPW, there is a chance that you can be on Open Challenge Night, right? I will do my damnedest to make sure that most of you get that, because I do think that that is probably, you know, it's probably the least I can do. If I don't add you to EPW, I should really put you into consideration for Open Challenge Night, but we will see, because, you know, sometimes the timing isn't right and it might take a little while, just the same as bringing people in. So yeah, when the next episode of Wednesday Night Warzone drops, which I've got the promos recorded for, I've just got to record everything else. Once I have that done, the applications are closed. So, here's the thing. And the lighting has been weird this entire time. It is what it is. That means you have just a little bit of time to get to get your application in if you haven't already. Okay. I warn you that the competition is fierce, because I have like quite a chunky roster at the moment. So if you think that you stand above a lot of people in core, if you think that you are one of the top dogs, there will be a link in the description, and also a link to the Discord. Go ahead, join the Discord. Go ahead, fill out an application. And we'll see if you show up on EPW. You know, I'm always interested to see, you know, who applies. It's been a very cool thing getting to see some names pop up. And I'm like, oh, okay, alright, cool. You know, even if I've had to turn them down, I still think it's really, really cool that they've reached out and have wanted to be a part of it. So that's always a cool thing. So let's talk about 2K23, shall we? Bet you didn't expect that sudden 180 of just 2K23. They lied to us, man. Who the hell wrote that article? I have to, like, look this up now real quick. Game Rant. Game Rant, fuck you, alright? Fuck you, Game Rant. Hold on. Let me grab the article. Let me grab the goddamn article, because, yeah. Look, read this. Read this. The WWE 2K23 servers are scheduled to shut down on September 30th, making it a particularly sad day for fans of the franchise. They're not shutting it down until January 6th, 2025. And I feel so bad for the people that I pestered for, like, Rumble entries, for the X Factor Rumbles, for cores, right? I made a bunch of, like, belts and stuff for somebody who needed them to, like, you know, have them ready for 23. We all got fearmongered, man. We all got fearmongered. And it sucks, right? But at least we have a little bit longer with this game. Because whilst I do want to move over to 24, and I think EPW is probably going to be the place that makes the jump before anything else, I still do think that I want to keep CEW on 23, at least for the most part. There's still going to be some 24 stuff. You know, one, I do think it's worth getting used to the game, because once the servers do shut down, I've probably got a year with 24, which is cool by me. And also, it means I get to add WWE 2K24 as the game on YouTube, which probably brings in more people. But, you know, full transparency, I'm a player of the game, okay? I know what I've got to do to make videos pop off, alright? Hey man, I did film for 3 years. Well, actually, no, I did film for 5 years. So I know what I'm doing when it comes to marketing and branding and stuff. You know, just to kind of toot my own horn a little bit. Degree in film. But yeah, like, it's so annoying that. And once again, if you are by any chance watching this podcast and I like pestered you or sped up stuff just so I could get things done before the server shut down, I apologize. I apologize so much, because, yeah, that was a stressful few weeks, and it meant fuck all, which is great. Great. But no, I do think this is a good move. I'm not going to say W2K, because hell no. Hell no, 2K is still an awful company, and we are not getting 2K25. I really am just going to sit on that. I'm happy with 2K24 being my last game, and I'm happy with 2026 being the last year I do this. If that's what it comes to, if 25 is awful, then yeah, that's me done. Like, I mean that. I mean that wholeheartedly. Like, I'm not even joking. If 2K25 sucks, then, you know, we just gonna call it a day and just move on. And I will go ahead and I will start a bakery in... Where would I start the bakery? We'll start the bakery in Plymouth. I will go on. I'll go to Plymouth. I'll buy a plot of land. I'll build a bakery. We'll do a bakery in Plymouth. Alright? That's what we'll do. But no, it will suck if 2K25 is not good, but I have no hopes for it, you know, no expectations. So I don't have to worry about next week, because I have that done, but I just need to get a core video done, and I have stuff recorded. I have it's so annoying, the X Factor tournament takes so much time, but no time at all, if that makes sense, right? Because, like, in terms of how much I have left on the X Factor tournament, I have 8 matches for the 3rd round to record. I have the 4 matches of the 2nd round to edit, and then I have 3 matches for each afterwards and form the semi-finals and the finals, but the finals are at X Factor, so I don't have to worry too much about that one. So in theory, I have about 18 more matches to edit and commentate before that's done. Obviously, 2 of those are on X Factor, and I'm still working on the Rumbles, which... Piece of advice, don't do highlight reel Rumbles. 2 of them. Yeah, I'm going to keep it a stack. I'm going to keep it completely transparent. I don't think you're going to see X Factor until January 2025. I really don't. I want to make it polished as hell. I want it to go out around about Rumble time, because that's when Royal Rumble stuff really shoots up, alright? It's a bit of branding, a little bit of planning. I know I can get it done. I know I can get everything done for January. I know I can. If I just put my head down, get it done, we'll be fine. We will be completely fine and we'll be ready to go. I just need to get it done. So that's what I mean by keep me accountable. I haven't touched the Rumbles in a little bit because they take so long to do. Just out of like, I can't show you anything obviously, but I have done 7 entrants. We have about 44 minutes of footage to edit down right now. I know people are going to go, how does that work? If every entrance, like every couple minutes, then like how is it 44 minutes? We're doing a highlight reel. It's pretty much all highlight reels. So it's like, you know, I have to do the spot, then I have to highlight reel it. Some of it's not going to make the final cut, and that's fine, right? Like, that's how film works. You record a bunch of shit, and then sometimes things don't work out, things look a little goofy, things don't necessarily work with the plot that you're cooking up now in the edit. That's completely fine, right? I just want enough content to where I can do 2 good Rumbles with good stories told in them, right? That's all I want. That's all I want. This has been a very long podcast, I've realized, because it's just me rambling, man. Like, I don't know. Do you guys prefer these longer ones, or do you prefer when the podcast is like 10 minutes? I don't know. You guys let me know. But yeah, lots of stuff coming to the channel. I'm gonna try my damnedest to keep myself accountable, get as much content out as possible, get those 4,000 hours of watch time. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. The push for ads by 2025, or by the end of 2025, whichever happens. But you know, it is what it is. X Factor, like I said, January 2025, I reckon is a good thing. We got like 3 months then, and I think I can get it done. Real quick, Tag Team Open Challenge Night going to be coming your way soon. Let me quickly get the Discord announcement up real quick for you guys, because the Broskis don't want to defend their tag team championships at Open Challenge Night. We have opened it up to everybody, to every single tag team in the network in terms of tag team champions, and we have pretty much every single one from the network, and also an outside one. So we have Sunshine Valley with the EPW World Tag Team Championships, we have the Gambit with the Network Tag Team Championships, Dead End Society with the Double Dragon Championships, and then Andre Fuller and Dallas Foster of Empire with the REW Midnight Tag Team Championships. Now, you're probably looking at that and you're saying, well, why is it called Joker's Wild? Because the last time we did a Joker's Wild event, that was completely random. Well, let me take you to this right here. To the special Open Challenge Night episode reportedly being planned. Shout outs to Byron Meltson for figuring this out. So it's being reported, an idea being thrown around for Open Challenge Night is a Joker's Wild edition, where every match is a tag title match and would feature either established tag teams or random tag teams looking to get gold. And by random tag teams, what I mean is I am literally going to either go into the applications list and just pick out 2 random names and congratulations, you're a tag team fighting for the tag belts, or we're going to just go ahead, pick some people from rosters and just make up a team. But we could also have established teams as well. It's a very, very different vibe. Very much looking forward to that. But that's the podcast. I've been rambling for ages. Yeah, I'm going to go because otherwise I'm going to be here for like another half hour. See you guys.